Hey everyone, Brian here from Vintage Classic Specialist. Happy Monday everyone, hope your week is off to a good start, and it is time for another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist, our daily show where we talk about progress we made on all these beautiful Volkswagens today. So today we primarily worked on the 69 Baywindow Bus and the 64 Sea Blue Beetle, also some stuff going on the Krusty Karmann Ghia. And let's see, I think that's it for today. So why don't I go ahead and start with the bus. So Rafa worked about half the day on this bus, and he focused today on the door windows. So as you can see here, the scraper is on this side. The vent window assembly is not on yet. I did order new ones from, I don't even remember who, J-Bugs I think, but they were out about a week or so. But in the meantime, he went ahead and started assembling this door here. So the glass is in there, which you can hear rattling around because it's not, fully installed yet. But yeah, the glass was actually, well, let me back up a little. The passenger side door glass was in really, really good shape. The driver's side, on the other hand, I don't think we're going to use it. It's got a lot of scratching, pretty deep scratching, which would be about like right along here if the window was rolled up. And it looks like probably the window scrapers were very dry and crispy, or it was like maybe some of the metal that holds the scrapers or something was scraping on the window for many years, many times of rolling it up and down with something scraping on the glass. So this bus is going to be really nice. We do not want to put a window on it that's all scratched to hell. So we got to source another one. We got a few guys we can call that will probably oblige us with having one. But anyway, so in the meantime, yeah, cleaned up the passenger window, which was in really good shape. Very little scratching. Cleaned up and lubricated the regulator and everything else. And then, yeah, like I mentioned already, scraper went in, regulator went in. The door glass is just sitting in there right now because the vent wing still needs to go in. But yeah, pretty much worked on that. I think he actually went ahead and restored the regulators for both sides, although only this side is installed. The other thing he did is work on the door to body seal, which you wouldn't think you would need to work on them other than just install them. But these seals are, so we do always buy the Brazilian ones, but even they are a little problematic on bay window buses for some reason. Don't know why, but they come way too thick, kind of in this area here around the lower hinge and stuff like that. And around the check rod here, way too thick, and it becomes fairly hard to close the door. So Rafa spent a lot of time literally like shaving the door to body seal, getting it to fit in there so that the door can actually close, which of course is a good thing. You want your doors to close all the way. But yeah, they don't fit that great. Much better than the German ones, which are just way too stiff. At least these are nice and compliant, but yeah, too thick in this area. So actually takes a decent amount of work to get them to where the doors will shut to our satisfaction. So pretty much Rafa was working on those things today. He may still have some more work to do on this one. I'm not sure if he finished it yet or not, and I don't want to slam it or anything to check, but it does feel a little tight still. I'm not sure. I'll have to check with him on that. But anyway, yeah. It's always those things that you think would be not very time consuming, like putting in a door seal that you think would be a 5-minute job and ends up being a lot more than 5 minutes because you got to go and modify it, test fit it, modify, test fit, etc., etc. But anyway, that is restoration life for you. Things that you think are going to take minutes take many minutes, sometimes hours. I don't think that took hours, but you get the idea. Anyway, so that I think is the main thing that he did on here, was focus on these two doors. He did also work on the Krusty Karmann Ghia, which I'm not going to show you right now because Rene is still out there hard at work I'll do an update on that car soon and show you what he's been doing. But Rafa went and did some more disassembly on the Krusty Karmann Ghia. He removed the steering column, the sill plates, some other odds and ends like that were still in the car. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to paint that car maybe this time next month, like maybe another month. Hopefully it'll be ready for paint. I don't know, maybe even quicker. Rene is killing it. He is going pretty fast. Excuse me, doing an amazing job. So yeah, hoping to get that car into paint, and then we can bring it into our shop and start having fun putting it together. But in the meantime, yeah, that's what's happening on the Krusty Karmann Ghia. Excuse me, guys. Not sure where that came from. Okay. I do want to mention that today the owners of this beautifully blinding Ravana green Beetle came by, so really nice to meet them. They're very excited about this car. We're very excited about this car. Everyone that sees this car is very excited about this car, just because that color is so amazing and fairly unique. And then with all the blacked out trim and everything as it came from the factory as a Love Bug special edition, just a really neat car. And again, the man and woman that have it now, she bought the car brand new off the lot in 1974. Had it ever since and taken really good care of it. So there you go. Really nice to meet them. All right, how about me? What have I been up to today? I did run out to Wolfsburg West this morning and buy a crap ton of parts for the 64 Beetle, the 74 Beetle, and a few things for the 66 Beetle. One of the main things that I bought was, well, a couple of the main things that I bought for this one were I always want to say horsehair, but they're not horsehair anymore. They're coconut fiber now. The coconut fiber seat pads for the 64. And so even as we speak, Mr. Santiago is out there right now working on upholstering the seats. Well, he's at the phase of putting the pads on the frames and shaping them to make them perfect. They're pretty good when they come from Wolfsburg West, but there's always some room for improvement, and we aim for perfection around here. So he spends quite a bit of time on those pads and kind of modifying them to get them to be the perfect shape before we start putting any upholstery over them. But anyway, so yeah, the seats are underway for this now. We did pick up the upholstery material. We went with a gray that's going to look amazing. And yeah, so that's it for the upholstery for this one. The other thing that I picked up for it from Wolfsburg West is, and if you saw the thumbnail, you know where I'm going with this, is the wiring. So I got the car almost wired today, actually. So this is a 64 Beetle. So again, earlier cars, wiring is super easy compared to later cars. The only thing resembling a relay, well, the only relay on these cars is the flasher relays, unlike later ones that have relays for everything. These earlier cars, again, this is a 64, just a flasher relay. Everything else is pretty much just wired between the switch and whatever it's controlling. But yeah, I got a lot of the wiring done, at least at the front of the car. The headlights aren't hooked up yet, and the turn signals aren't hooked up yet, but the sort of main part of the front wiring here is pretty much done. I haven't done any wiring at the back of the car, so the harness is just sort of hanging out there now. But let's see, not really much to see back here. But yeah, there's the harness just kind of coming out of the body there. So on these cars, the main harness runs up over the roof on this side here. So I think we're going to, I'm going to want to, probably I need to do that pretty soon. Go ahead and pull the front beam off this car and then go ahead and have Rene do the undercoating all in here, and then under the fenders, the body. So the body, in here, and then the undersides of the fenders themselves. So I'm kind of hesitant to to connect any of this wiring here, which is for the brake switch and the horn and stuff like that, because I think we're going to do undercoating all in here. Likewise, I don't really want to wire through and into the fenders, because again, I think we're going to remove the fenders and do undercoating on them and stuff. But at least as far as getting the wiring done, you know, this is pretty trivial to go ahead and run these and connect them when we're at a good point with those. But yeah, the sort of main part of the wiring is pretty much done now. I gotta put the windshield wiper mechanism up in there and connect a few wires for it. Other than that, it's about done. And then of course for the back of the car, well, again, we'll probably go ahead and do the undercoating first, but then I do want to obviously put in a new engine sound mat and stuff like that. So the wiring's got to run along the firewall there underneath that sound mat, so that's got to be done too. But probably we'll wait and we'll do the undercoating of the back underside of the car here before we put in the sound mat. It just makes sense to do it in that order. So probably go ahead and have him do that probably this week, because this thing is moving right along. I did pull the spring plates off today, so I can send those out for powder coating along with the spring plate retainers and some other odds and ends. So yeah, moving right along on this one. Back to the 69 bay window for a minute. You probably saw all these seats sitting here. So these are the seats for said 69 bay window. And these were actually done by one of our other upholstery guys that we've used off and on for years actually. And yeah, we went ahead and had him do these. This happened before Santiago joined our team. So at the time we were kind of using this other guy and Santiago kind of, you know, back and forth some, but he did do these and they look amazing. I would say he's about equal to Santiago. They both have sort of their strengths, so to speak, but yeah, this guy is really good, like Santiago, and these look amazing. So yeah, now he's actually finished these a while ago, and he's been gracious enough to store them for us at his house, but now he's going out of town and kind of wanted to get these out of his garage, I guess, because he was going to be gone for a couple months, which probably will need those in less than a couple months. So now I got to figure out where to store them. I'll probably go ahead and make some room in our container there and put them in there tomorrow. But yeah, they look amazing. Very excited about these. Correct basket weave material here, and yeah, looking good. So guys, I believe that is it for today. So thank you all for watching. Appreciate it as always, and we will see you again tomorrow. Bye.